Hola, ¿qué tal?
Hello everybody again.
Hoy vamos a estudiar los números y los colores.
Today we are going to study numbers and colors.
Bien, los números. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 y 10.
So we've got the numbers here. You have to repeat them, please.
Cuidado, porque estos números tienes que memorizarlos muy bien.
You have to learn very well these numbers.
Luego se van a repetir.
We are going to repeat them later.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Fijaos, todos estos números, desde el 1 hasta el 15, son todos diferentes. Memorízalos porque después se repetirán.
As you can see, all of them are different from 1 to 15. So learn them very well because they will be repeated afterwards.
Fijaos, 16, 17, 18, 19 y 20, si os dais cuenta, parecen tres palabras, 10 y 6, pero es incorrecto. Unimos esas tres palabras en una.
So, if you pay attention, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, if you pay attention to how we say them in Spanish, they sound like three different words, but they are joined in one only word, okay? So pay special attention to how you write them.
Tenéis que memorizarlos también.
Of course, you again have to study them very well.
¿Lo veis? Lo mismo ocurre aquí, 21 o 21 coches, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. De nuevo, unimos, parece que son tres palabras y las unimos.
So, pay attention, we've got 21, okay? Pay attention if the figure is followed by a noun or not, because it has a different ending. And then we've got 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. And again, pay attention because they sound like three words, but they are not. They are just one word.
Hasta aquí los números se escriben en una sola palabra, desde el 1 hasta el 30.
So up to here, all the numbers that you have seen are written just in one word, from 1 to 30.
Sin embargo, a partir del número 31 y hasta el 99 ya escribimos tres palabras.
But, as you can see, from 31 on, they are written in three different words.
31, 32, 33, etc.
So, as you can see, they are written in three words. They separate the 30, for example, from unit. And then they say 31, 32, 33, but separated.
Sí, diremos una palabra en las decenas, 40, por ejemplo, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 99.
Okay, so we go on with one word, but just in the tense. So 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and as you can see, 99 is three words.
Muy bien. Atención, 100.
Pay attention, this is 100.
Esta palabra es exclusiva para este número, 100.
So this word is only for this figure, 100.
Porque a partir de 101 decimos 101.
So from 100 on, we will say 101, the same as in English we say and one. In Spanish it is separated, and then we say 101. 1,
102, 103, 145, por ejemplo.
And it goes on the same, as you can see. Again, we say 100 and then we say the 3 words for 45. 145. So it's divided in 3 words, 45.
Entonces, recordad siempre 100, pero después 101, 102, 103.
So pay attention when 100 is alone or is followed by a unit. Okay? An ending. We've got a different ending. You see? We add T-O.
100. 200, 300, 400, 500. Es una forma diferente.
So pay attention how we write hundreds. 200, 300, 400, and 500 is written in a different way.
No podemos decir 500, 500.
Have you heard the difference? Pay special attention to these, please.
600, 700. No decimos 700, decimos 700. Fijaos que ya es plural.
Okay, you see the difference? We say 600, 700. Pay attention because there is an I missing in the number, okay? The 7 is changed. And then 800.
800. 900. No decimos 900.
So 900. Again, there is a change there.
Entonces, fijaos, 100 singular, a partir de 200 ya es plural.
Okay, so we see this in the singular 100, and then when we change to 200, 300, it is in the plural. The ending is with S.
1000 no cambia.
1,000, it doesn't change.
2000, 15.000, por ejemplo.
So 2,000, 15,000.
1.000.000.
1,000,000.
Esto sí es singular, pero después tenemos 2 millones, plural.
Then we've got 2 million. In Spanish, we have to make the change for the plural, and then we add ES.
Muy bien, ¿cómo decimos los números?
Let's see how we say figures.
Un ejemplo. Primero, 25.000. Y después, 352.
We say 25,352.
25.352.
That would be 25,352.
Ahora te toca a ti.
Now it's your turn.
Dale al pause y escribe estos números.
You have to stop your image and then try to write these figures.
¿Lo tenéis?
Have you got it?
Vamos allá.
Let's check.
100.515.
That's 100,515.
Fijaos en las formas diferentes.
You see the different forms of writing?
Un poco más difícil.
Let's go a little bit more difficult.
36.376.012.
So that would be 36,376,012.
Fijaos en I para las decenas.
So pay attention when we add and we make the 3 words, okay?
Que ya hemos estudiado. Muy bien. Ahora vamos a ver los números ordinales, los que establecen un orden.
Now we are going to see about the ordinal numbers, those who give us the order of things.
Por ejemplo, primero, primera, pero cuidado, primer piso.
So we have first, pay attention to the ending, if it is followed by a noun or it is just the order.
Segundo, segunda. Tercero, tercera, pero tercer piso.
So the second, we've got the masculine singular and the feminine singular. Pay attention to the ending again, and pay special attention as well to the third one. So if it is followed by a noun, the ending is different. Okay, it loses O or A depending on the noun that is going with him.
Se utiliza especialmente para los nombres masculinos. Tercer piso, primer piso.
Okay, so it is for the masculine nouns.
En singular.
In the singular, obviously.
Cuarto, cuarta.
Now we've got the fourth.
Quinto, disculpad. Quinto, quinta.
The fifth.
Sexto, sexta.
The sixth.
Séptimo, séptima.
Seventh.
Octavo, octava.
Eighth.
Noveno, novena.
Ninth.
Décimo o décima.
And the 10th.
Hasta aquí es suficiente.
So, pay attention again to the difference in the ending, according to masculine or feminine singular. Pay special attention. You know in English we haven't got these endings, but in Spanish we have to be very, very careful with endings.
Vamos a ver.
Let's see now.
El primer chico es Juan o el primero es Juan.
So, the first boy is John and the first is John, but pay attention. You see that when the order word is followed by a noun, it hasn't got a O, but when it is a kind of pronoun, then it's got an O because it's the masculine singular and it's not followed by a noun.
El segundo chico es Mateo.
The second boy is Mateo. Matthew could be.
El tercer chico es Pepe o el tercero es Pepe.
The third boy is Pepe or the third one is Pepe.
El cuarto chico es Carlos.
The fourth boy is Carlos.
Y el quinto chico es Paco.
And the fifth boy is Paco.
Bien. ¿Dónde vives?
Now let's see. Where do you live?
Vivo en el primer piso o en el segundo piso o en el tercer piso.
I live in the first floor, in the second floor, the third floor or the fourth floor.
Pero también puedo decir vivo en el primero, vivo en el segundo, vivo en el tercero.
But I can also say I live on the first, on the second, on the third.
Depende del contexto.
It depends on the situation.
Muy bien, vamos a continuar ahora con los colores más básicos.
Now let's continue with basic colors.
Fresa. El color es rojo o roja en femenino.
That's a strawberry, so the color would be red. Again, pay attention. There is a different ending, O for the masculine, A for the feminine.
¿Fresa es masculino o femenino?
So, strawberry would be masculine or feminine in Spanish.
La fresa es roja. Mirad la concordancia.
So, strawberry is red, but pay attention to concordance. You see the article la means that it's a feminine. So, you have to make concordance in the ending of the adjective. That's roja.
Amarillo. Queso.
Yellow, yes.
Amarillo
Cheese.
o amarilla.
Could be yellow, but again, pay attention to the ending, because if it is a masculine, the ending is O, and if it is a feminine noun, the ending would be A.
El queso es amarillo.
So, cheese is yellow, but again, if we pay attention to the word, we see two things. The word queso ends by O, but it has got the article before, and it is a masculine singular. And these two things that show us that it is a masculine noun. So the concordance would be ending by O.
Manzana, el color verde.
So the apple, the color is green.
Las manzanas son verdes.
Apples are green.
Fijaos, el color rojo o el color amarillo termina en O y tiene una palabra en femenino roja o amarilla. Sin embargo, para los colores que terminan en otra vocal o en consonante, es la misma palabra para el masculino o el femenino.
So, pay attention. In red, we had a different ending for the masculine and the feminine because the adjective was ending by O for the masculine and then A for the feminine. Again, it happens the same with the yellow, amarillo. It ends by O for the masculine and A for the feminine. But what happens when the adjective ends by E? Then we've got the same word for the singular, either the masculine or the feminine. And then we just have to add S for the plural, no matter whether it is masculine or feminine. It's the same for both of them.
Las manzanas son verdes y, por ejemplo, los coches son verdes.
So we could say apples are green or cars are green.
Muy bien. Naranja, flor.
Let's go on. We've got orange. This is a flower.
Naranja, el color termina en A. Es exactamente igual para el masculino y para el femenino.
This adjective has the ending in A. Pay attention. And it's A for masculine and for feminine.
La flor es naranja.
So the flower is orange.
Paraguas, color azul.
That's an umbrella and the color is blue.
Termina en consonante. El paraguas es azul, singular. Los paraguas son azules, en plural.
So this adjective ends by L, that's a consonant. And then the plural is in ES. What does it mean? If the adjective ends by a consonant, then we use the same word for the feminine and the masculine. There is no change again. And for the plural, we just add ES either for the masculine or the feminine as well.
Continuamos. Tarta, color rosa.
Let's go on. That's a cake and the color is pink.
La tarta es rosa.
Oh, the cake is pink.
Pasa exactamente lo mismo que en naranja. El adjetivo termina en A para el masculino y para el femenino.
So it's just the same situation and the same rule. Rosa, it's ending by A, the same as orange, naranja. So we use the same word in the masculine and the feminine, and if we had to put it in the plural, we would just add an S for masculine plural or feminine plural.
Teléfono, color negro o negra. Por ejemplo, el teléfono es negro, masculino.
Here again we've got an adjective ending by O, then we can make the feminine in A, and then we've got the telephone. Telephone is black.
Gato, color blanco o blanca. Por ejemplo, el gato es blanco, masculino, la gata es blanca.
So we've got here the word cat, and it could be white. So again, we've got the adjective ending by O and A for the feminine. So we would have either, if it is a boy or a girl, we would say blanco. So in English it doesn't change, but in Spanish, again, pay special attention because it would be ending by O in the masculine and ending by A in the feminine.
Chaqueta, gris. La chaqueta es gris.
Okay, we've got a jacket here and the color is gray. So the jacket is gray. What happens here? It ends by an S. That's again a consonant. So we use the same word in the singular for feminine and masculine, but we had to add an es for the plural. So I would say gris, grises.
Chocolate. Color marrón. El chocolate es marrón.
So we have here chocolate and the color is brown. So chocolate is brown. Again, we've got a consonant ending, and this word doesn't change in the feminine. It would change just in the plural, and we would add es in masculine plural and feminine plural.
Hoy hemos terminado. No olvidéis hacer vuestros ejercicios.
So we finished today. Please do not forget to do our exercises.
Adiós.
Bye. Se ha parado y no se me veía hablar.